Hey guys, Chart Stoppers back with another video. In this channel, we take a look at different stocks and map out their key support and resistance areas on their chart. It's important to know these areas before you buy any stock, and it's also important to know what kind of a trend a stock is in before you buy into it. Support and resistance is one of the most important things you should know about a stock before you either buy or sell. And also, if you're doing any day trading, swing trading, or options trading, you're definitely going to want to get familiar with this channel and support and resistance. Just to let you know, I'm not a financial expert. These videos are for educational purposes only, but I am here to point out key factors on the charts which do impact the price action of a stock. I also provided a link in the description for Webull. You could use that to start an account and you'll get 2 free stocks. And I also provided a link for Robinhood. You could use that and start an account. You'll get 1 free stock. Okay, and just to let you know, we will be doing 3 videos per week on 3 different stocks. So if you have a recommendation for a video, leave a comment below and I'll try to get to it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and make sure you have your notifications on so you don't miss out on any new content here. All right, so let's get into the market today. Today is Thursday, August 12th, 2021. You could see the S&P 500 is up just a little bit, 0.11%. The Dow is actually down just a little bit, 0.09%. And the NASDAQ is up just a little bit at 0.08%. So not much going on in the market today. Everything is kind of flat with the Dow being down a little bit today. So a quiet day in the market here. You had a pretty big dip this morning and everything kind of recovered from that. So we'll see what the rest of the day brings us. All right, so let's get into the stock I wanted to take a look at. I want to go over Facebook. I've done a few videos on this one in the past. I'll provide a link in the upper right-hand corner. You should see that now too, and you could go back and check those videos out and see how I got to where my chart is today. But right now, Facebook is trading at $361.73. It is up $1.82 today, which is the equivalent of about 0.5%. On the week, Facebook is up 0.18%. On the month, it is up 2.86%. And in the past 3 months, this stock is up over 20%. All right, so a big return in the past 3 months on this one. And in the past year, it is up a little under 40% at 39.74%. So you know, this stock has been doing great lately. You could see on the chart, around February right here, it was trading sideways since around August of last year. So you had a while for this stock. You know, it was trading in between 2 support and resistance lines. It was going sideways for a while, and then it all of a sudden broke out right here in the middle of March, it looks like right there. So you finally had a breakout, and it has been on a tear ever since. So right here on the chart, you could see the 52-week high is $377.55, and we hit that on July 28th of earlier this year. So just about a month ago, we hit that. Not even a month ago, just a couple weeks ago. And that was right before their earnings report here. You could see the big dip and the gap that was left behind after their earnings. You know, they had strong numbers on their earnings report, but the guidance was a little off. They hesitated a little bit in their guidance, so, you know, a lot of people got scared of that, and the stock sold off since then. So you could see it's trying to recover here, and we'll get into the chart right now. I have my top resistance point on my chart around $375. You could see it's never, actually I should move that down. Oh, that needs to be down around 373. You could see it's never closed above that level. We've gotten above there intraday, but we have not been able to close the day out above there. So around $373 is where we'll want to see this thing get up to, close the day out, and hold above there if we want to see new highs here. All right. And my first support level is going to be around $330. And on the chart, you could see that it got up to that level. It got rejected off of that level and went down, bounced off of our next support line, and then finally came up, broke through that level, and then it consolidated right above that level there at 330 before moving up higher. So that'll be our support coming off of our high resistance point. And my next support line is drawn around $300, and that was a former resistance here on the chart. It got up to that point a couple times here, right here. It got rejected off of there once. it came back up, got rejected again, and then finally it was able to break through on that third attempt right here, and we have moved on to new highs. So that was the resistance point that it was stuck under, and it was trading in between this support at 250 here. That was very strong support. It held there for a while. You could see that it was consolidating right under there before breaking through on an earnings report, and that was last July. All right, so that was a former resistance point, a very big resistance point for it to get over. It finally got over there, and it consolidated along that support for a long time. That was, like I said, from August of last year to the beginning of March this year. It was consolidating along there, and then it finally broke out above that $300 resistance point. So those are our support and resistance for this one. And let's take a look at the chart now. You can see I have a parallel channel here drawn in these two white trend lines that I have, and it's been trading in this parallel channel since March. All right, since it broke out of that $300 resistance point, it has been trading up and down in this parallel channel between these two trend lines. So as you can see here, it has, gotten up to here once, twice, and almost a third time here, and then bounced down to the support down here once, twice, three, and we're almost at a fourth time here. If it sells off a little bit in the next couple days, it looks like we will touch this bottom trend line again here. So it's been in this strong parallel channel, and it looks like it's getting very close to the bottom of the channel, and we can see that our 50-day moving average is following along our trend line here. So that's what's been holding this stock up ultimately for the past since March. Like I said, when it got into this channel here, the 50-day moving average is acting as support here. All right, with my top trend line as acting as resistance. So this would be a very good time to get into this stock if you're looking to buy in. As you can see, it's right at the bottom of our channel. If you're looking for a trade, you could enter into a trade. I wouldn't enter today because it is a green day today, but if it does, fall a little bit more and get closer to this bottom trend line here, that would be a very good time to enter a long position into a trade on this one. You could see that I have this other trend line that has been marking the downtrend it's been on since around the beginning of August here, right before their last earnings report. So you saw the 52-week high, and then after the earnings, it sold off, and now it's been stuck in this downtrend, going back down to that bottom trend line here. So once it breaks this trend line right here going down, I would expect it to break out back to the upside and trade back up to that top resistance point right here in our parallel channel. So somewhere around $400 is what I would be looking at if it does continue to follow this channel going forward. All right, and as you could see on our chart, we are above our 200-day moving average, which is way down here in the yellow. 50-day moving average, like I said, is acting as support. I have a 30-day moving average here that is also acting as support going back to, it looks like, the beginning of March when it got into that channel. My 21-day moving average, we are also above that, and our 8-day moving average, we are currently above that. So all moving averages we're above, and let's take a look at our weekly chart here so you could get a clearer picture of this channel that it's been trading in. You could see week by week as it goes up and down inside of this channel. We're above all moving averages on our weekly chart, and it looks like our 8-day moving average on our weekly chart here in the white has been acting as support while we go through this channel here. All right, so everything looks good on that weekly chart. We're above all of our moving average. I'm going to switch over to our 4-hour chart, see what's going on this one. And it looks like we are above our 200-day. That has been acting as support on our 4-hour chart. The 200-day moving average has been holding us up as we go through here. Our 50-day moving average, we are also being supported by here. It looks like since around the beginning of August, we got above that. And we are currently trading above all other moving averages, but it looks like our 8-day moving average has been acting as some resistance on this 4-hour chart going back a couple weeks here. So everything looks pretty good on our 4-hour chart. Switching back to the daily chart, and like I said, just watch for it to break out above this trend line here that it's been trading in since the earnings, this downtrend. And I think that's when you'll have your bottom of the channel. If you're looking to enter into a trade there, I would enter when it breaks above this trend line, this small trend line here, for a break back up to the top of our channel. Okay, so around $400 would be my price target for that. All right, so that's about it. That's all I have for this one. If you guys like the video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and have your notifications on so you don't miss out on any new content here. And I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time on Chart Stoppers.